Hello everyone, and welcome to some more James Plays Open TTD. I'm super excited to get back into this with you guys. It's been about a week since we finished our last series, and it was pretty well received. So we're going to get into this here, and I'm just going to jump right in so you have something pretty to look at while I explain what exactly is going to be different from this time compared to last time. First of all, this time I'm going to assume that you've watched my previous videos, and so I don't need to explain quite as much. Secondly, we've got a few mods installed. You'll notice here in Tunningville that there is like a Himeji Castle thing right here, and also that these buildings in glorious 16-bit do not look like the same buildings as before. That's because we're using the Japan Set 3, which is a fan mod or graphics set that was lovingly created that basically puts you in Japan. I think like the trees are different, the buildings are different. Look at all these different train stations. We can like different narrow gauge line, standard gauge line, high speed lines. All these different things we can do for Japanese trains, like they have in Japan. Completely changed up the building, so that's really cool. The other major mod we're using is FIRS, F-I-R-S. It's Full Industry Replacement Set. Here you'll see an example of it. So this is the Dapool sandbank. I don't know why it's saying it accepts passengers. So this Full Industry Replacement Set completely changes up the industries. And I forgot to set this before starting. But there's a setting you can change that changes up the industry. So the basic one is like the basic industries, but more. And then there's like a tropical industries and a desert industries, and then there's like an expert mode that has tons of industry chains. We should be able to check these out here. Where is our... Here it is. Industry chains. Like, look at this. If you saw my previous videos, you would have seen that this was... none of the industries came close to being this complicated. Like, look at the number of industries that we've got here. Like dairy farm, dredging site, fishing grounds. So FIRS, this is really cool, and it's a pretty standard mod. It's used by a lot of people that play this game. It really changes up the game. And there's primary, secondary, and tertiary industries, and raw production industries, and tons of stuff. I don't even know how it all works. We're gonna figure this out as we go. The other thing is we've also got Fish, F-I-S-H. FIRS and Fish were at the suggestion of someone who left a comment in one of the other Open TTT videos, so we're really excited to learn how to play those. I will probably have to look some stuff up as we go along, but let's start out these four cities. Pardon me, I've got a bit of allergies going right now. A bit of allergies right now. Let's start out by setting up a basic passenger line. It may be a little boring, but oh my gosh, look at this. Iron ore, coal, scrap metal. I don't even know where you get scrap metal. Engineering supplies. Okay, this is good. So this takes iron ore, this makes iron ore. We can set up a basic track here and start making some money. I feel like we probably want to use like the standardist, normalist thing we have. Okay, so they all have speeds associated with them, and then they also most of them are electrified. These narrow ones are. We probably won't use those. And then there's urban line, standard gauge line, standard gauge urban line, and standard gauge modern line. The modern goes the fastest, probably the most expensive too. Well, the Shinkansen high speed line looks pretty cool, but I don't think we need this for that. So we're just gonna do standard modern, and then look at all these stations. This is cool. Okay, well I don't want to do the default because that's boring, but oh wow, this is so cool. Pardon me for being like agape at all of this. But alright, let's do that has lights, station sign, sheds. we're going to try and make it look nice, too. So we're going to do the tiled roof ones like that, and we can do drag and drop. So it's going to be, that's what, 5, 6, and 2 by 2. And then these trees. 2 by 6. An extremely short line, but you know what? It will suffice for us here. I really just want to get our first... Of course, the first thing I do... Fuck it up. Alright, so we really just want to get our first kind of train system set up, and then we can start planning what big thing we're going to do. Because the other thing we're going to do in this series is really sort of plan out how we're going to develop our train system. Let's see. We want to signal... Oh, we were using standard, modern... Oh, now I've completely forgotten. I really hope that was the one. One-way path signals. Yep. And like that. And like that. Yeah, okay, we're good. Turn off that. New vehicle. Ooh, look at these trains, dude. These are cool. Oh! Oh, it doesn't have coal cars. Well... Okay. That was an expensive mistake. It was with the narrow gauge modern line. Oh, I'm about to sneeze, Excuse me. I hope that's not, like, deafening all you guys. Okay. So, let's see if we can... Maybe this narrow gauge line. We're just going to do the cheapest one, because I don't want to make that mistake again. Well, it looked nice while we had it. You know what? We can at least say that. And then... like that. And we're just going to start out... We're not going to do the complicated thing. We're just going to do that. Can we buy... No, we can't. Okay, I need to find out how... This might be an issue, because maybe I haven't done any testing with this, which is my fault. Well, I did test it. I made sure, like, the game didn't crash. We're going to, So, yeah, we're like 50k in the hole from that. Doesn't this city look so cool? Sorry for the, interruption there. We are going to do, like, a proper urban line. We're just going to forget that that whole thing ever happened. And, we may need to borrow some more money at some point, but we can... Gosh, I really gotta sneeze. I'm gonna pause the recording here. I will be right back. And we're back. I violently blew my nose. Actually, this really quick. Now that we've spent a whole bunch of money and we're a proper company, less switch transport is will not do. Let's pause it so we're not spending any more money. Yeah, we have no infrastructure. This is cool. I like this. The Japanese faces. Oh. Hey, we need like a cool like anime hero looking guy. Do they have? I love how European and African are the only two choices. Like as if there's no other continents, just those two. Oh, this guy looks pretty intense. Hang on, what kind of hair can we do? That looks pretty anime-like. I like the... There. Oh, change the hair. Oh, this, though. Okay. This, like, grinning idiot is gonna be our Higgins, our president. And... Alright. I really hope that no Japanese viewers, the many of them that I'm sure there are of this channel, are, you know, offended when I, by anything I do here. Alright. Oh, not allowed to pause. I was worried the local authority wouldn't allow it. Okay, so we're going to build a basic loop, I think. And it's going to have 5 long trains. Trains that are like 5 blocks long, not like just five trains that are long. All right, and we should put the coverage area on. Okay, yeah, so that covers most of the city. All right, connect these up. And like I said, we're just going to forget that whole fiasco with our attempted expansion into developing industry. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. I really hope that the Japanese train set still lets us do industry trains, because otherwise that would kind of defeat the purpose of having furs, which is really cool. But if not, we will come up with some cunning solution that may involve not doing the Japanese one. I'm tempted. I really like the Japanese thing, but I got a specific request to do furs, so I can't not do that. Depot. Ooh, these are cool. Oh, that's really expensive. What do we do when things are really expensive? We borrow money. Sorry. Alright, we're gonna borrow as much money as we can. That way we know that we can't borrow any money later. It's foolproof. Alright. Now you're gonna go to here. Go here. There. And there. That's all four. Off you go. So I really hope that this actually works for us and makes us some money. And in the meantime, while that's going on, let's see what else we've got. I'm just going to build one of these, like plop one of these down, just to see what kind of vehicles we've got going on here. Okay, so it's the same basic vehicle set. We're going to fast forward that up. Oh no, that's the wrong one. With the fish, let's check out that. Well, that's going. So we've got sandbanks. Sandbanks. This is like a fishing harbor waiting to be processed. Okay, I'm gonna yeah, we're gonna build a dock next to. Oh, that's cool. I like how, because it's next to the fishing. Okay, and we're gonna build. And let's see, kind of. Yo. This is so cool! Okay, forget about Japan. I mean, no offense to Japan. No harm meant to the Japanese people, but these ships are so cool. Okay, we've got utility vessels, ferries, paddle steamers. Like, this is, like, look at this guy. This is cool as heck. Alright, so what I'm thinking is dedicated for hold fish. Okay, so this is like a ship that can hold fish. So I think we want to kind of develop the fish market here. Edibles. Alcohol. Refrigerated ship. Oh, that's interesting. Capacity. 750 tons of food. Let's see. Liters of alcohol, livestock. I want to find the biggest fish ship that we can. I think this one might be the best one then. Fish. Okay. We're going to buy this guy without knowing if there's any fish around. I mean, I hope there's fish. Now we're going to look around. So I think the fish show up at Sandbank. So this is like entirely conjecture here. Charlo Sandbank. You can't go there, but you can go here. Alright, let's just see what happens here. I may have to, like, look up how furs works. But we'll find out. Okay. So, he went there. I love this music. Okay, so he hasn't got anything because, you know, he's gonna go here. So the second time he goes there, because the first time you go anywhere, the first time a vehicle goes to a station is when stuff starts going into the station. Okay, so it's got fish. Yo, oh, he's got fish in him. Can he drop the fish off, though? Oops. Let's find out. Cargo waiting to be processed. Is he gonna drop it off? I mean, we got money for that, I think. I wonder if that's just selling it to the city. Because this accepts passenger mail, fish, goods, manufacturing supplies. Okay. Oh! No, it made food! Oh, yes! Wait, no. Hang on a sec. It didn't produce any, or accept any fish. Hang on. Fishing harbor. Fishing grounds. Okay, I think that sandbar is a fishing grounds. But how does it... I don't know if you can't see this, but I'm pointing at my screen right now. I'm trying to figure this out. We're gonna get this. I hope they have a Wikipedia for this mod. And I hope you don't mind me kind of fumbling my way through it. By the way, if you're still watching the video, I want you to know that I am super happy to receive any feedback you leave in the comments, other than, like, go die, because that's not really that helpful. And you might laugh, but I've actually gotten that before. It's kind of funny. But any feedback... Yeah, no. Any feedback you want to give about what I should do, what you think I should do, what industries I should develop, is super welcome. Okay, why is this? I think maybe I didn't build the fish thing close enough to it. Okay, we're gonna build another dock. So this will only site unsuitable. The idea is that it will only. It will only go to the dock. It won't go to the city. We'll do that. Oops, there we go. Now get rid of that. This guy's getting rather indignant with me. And you're going to go to Shallow Docks, and we can delete that. Okay. Oh, parentheses again. No, it passed. So you are hauling fish. I mean... I think we are actually... Hang on. Ship... Where's ship income? Ship income. We're making money from this guy. I just don't know where it's going. Can he sell them here? Accepts fish and... Okay, so it's definitely going here. Oh, I see. Okay, so he just processes it. So this is... I thought this was like cargo received. This is cargo waiting to be processed, which I would know instantly if I read it, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. So that's, it just processes it really quickly. Okay. Yeah. So this is now producing food. And the city, Challow, accepts food. So we are going to use road vehicles transport food into the city. That. No. It's not supposed to be a different station. It's supposed to be the same station. I suppose I have to do it adjacent. There we go. Now see, Shallow Fish Docks accepts truck and boat. Now. Oops, I don't want this. We buy a vehicle that can transport food. Do those exist? I'm not seeing them. Hang on. That doesn't seem right. Livestock ban. Transports clay. I guess that's they replaced that with that. Chemicals, bags of mail, liters of alcohol. I see. So they kind of like reskinned or reutilized the vehicles. Fish. Okay, so the steel truck transports fish. So that's probably a side effect of me installing all the mods or not installing the correct mods. But we have vehicles that can do the do, as it were. So let's see what you are transporting. Wait, no! I'm dumb. Ah. Sorry. Don't transport. I don't want them to transport fish. Because the fish is going... I want it food. Food is what they need. I told you to... There we go. Okay. So that we're going to sell that as soon as it gets back. Okay. That was an oversight on my part. Alcohol. There. Goods. Again. Goods. Coal. I'm reading right here. I'm pointing at my screen like an idiot. So I'm reading right here. Oh, that's cool. To see what they actually transport: fruit, fish, farm supplies, engineering supplies, coal, goods, clay, chemicals, mail, alcohol, passengers, and passengers. Okay, so we don't have a food truck, per se. No big deal. Okay, so maybe we'll just not worry about that. We'll return to that. I may, in between the episodes, install another mod. By the way, speaking of in between the episodes, I'm going to upload these one at a time. Last time I did it, I did a big chunk of them all at once, which worked okay. But this time, I really want to hear feedback. Let's see how this train is doing. I really want to hear feedback. So I'm going to do them all one at a time, so that you guys, when you post in the comments the day it's uploaded or the day after, I can actually get that feedback and put it into my next videos. Seems to be doing pretty well. Ackminster. Why are none of these passengers... Oh, okay, there. I was like, why are they not getting off? It seems like one of the shortfalls, I think, of this game is that passengers literally just, like, get on and go anywhere. And I know there's a mod to... Does this place not accept passengers? No, it doesn't. I know there's a mod to fix that. But I know I just said it was a shortfall, but it's actually amazing because it makes the game way easier. Okay, we're going to sell some more fish to this guy. Because that seems to be making us money. Capacity. Passengers. Here's our fish island trawler. We're gonna buy 2 of those. So you're gonna go to that sandbank, and then to the docks. Actually, I wonder how many ships, like how much can a sandbank support one of these fishing grounds before we like overfish it and it dies out. That's what happened here in Canada. We had a real overfishing problem because the Atlantic cod fisheries were pretty poorly managed by the government. They didn't realize like how many fish there were and how quickly they could reproduce, so they gave out too many fishing licenses. Because you have to apply it, in, like if you're a fisherman. The government lets you. There's like they're like, okay, you can fish this many fish. And the government let people fish too many fish, and then there was a whole collapse. And you can still get cod, like it's recovered now, not fully, but the government had to be like, okay, for a little while, no one can fish any cod, which kind of like went really poorly for the economies of those places where they depended on fish. Okay, so 62% of the fish here were transported. 57. So they're transporting more than half. A single ship is transporting more than half. So I think 2 ships for now would be pretty inefficient so long as we are making money. And then there's more. Oh, that's cool. It's got like a little... Oh, it's a dredging site, so they get sand. I wonder if they've got... Hang on, what's this? Junkyard. Oh! Scrap. That's cool. Sorry, I'm just like a kid in a candy store right now. Oh, and this is a clay pit. Okay. There's a lot of cool stuff here. We may or may not actually stay on this map. This is just kind of our intro to A, Japan, and B, oh, this is a big map, and B, the furs. So I eagerly await your comments down below about the new series. I'm really, really excited to get this started. And I'd love to hear what you think. So with that, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, folks.